Well, good morning, everyone. It is August 1st, 6:34 in the morning. And let's take a look at what we got to do. We got a lot to do. Harvest is here. Kind of. We got to mow. And we definitely have to start cutting hay. We need to start cutting hay. I saw some water on the ground there. That's interesting. So we need to cut this and get it drying out. Then we need to start harvesting our potatoes. Before we do that, though, I was doing some testing with the potato equipment, and I made some changes. So let's take a look at what we got so far, or what has changed. We'll just run over here to the sheds back here. It's not much. It's not anything like groundbreaking or game breaking as far as anything goes, but the yellow digger that we had, this is the Grim, however you pronounce it. The yellow one that we had would not offload the potatoes into any kind of truck or trailer, and I'm not sure why. It might be, I just had a thought. It might be, let's see, potato technology. It was this one right here, and I had this one set, this RK22 thing on here, which is like what I thought is just the what we call the chain belt. That's the only difference. It put potatoes when I was doing my tests. It put potatoes into the little hopper here, and everything worked fine, but I could not unload into any trailer, uh, mod or not. So I got rid of it and I got this one. And in my tests, this one works just fine. It's a little bit wonky, but it's the same size and everything. So we're going to go with that one. It seems to work, so it is what it is. Speaking of trailers to put it into, we had to get a potato trailer. So this is not accurate. The potato trailer we had for our cab over had a big long belt and this big kind of funnel on the back here, and it held quite a bit of potatoes. And the belt we would turn and offload the potatoes into a conveyor belt. We use this trailer to like load out and kind of store potatoes. Like we used it a lot for cutting seed and that sort of thing, and transporting out of the bunker, out of the cellar into out to sell. Like we would take them in, we would store them in the bunker, and then we would, when the prices are right and the company that turned them into French fries called for them, they we would load them out into that trailer and then haul them into town instead of using our potato truck, which is in here. So we had a potato truck very similar to this, um, but not quite. And this is the one that went out into the field. So we only really used it for harvest and for seed. Like we would use it to transport our seed to the field and that sort of thing. And again, it had a long belt that ran from the very front to the back with that same funnel on the back. And that, you could offload it. So here we have, this is like a grain. You can see it's a grain thing, but it holds potatoes and it has a little funnel in the back and it offloads in the back. It's completely a grain type of container, but it's, I mean, the same color. It was a Kenworth. It was older than this. It was much older than this, actually, I think. But trying to find a potato truck in this game, a mod, is challenging. If I could find one, I would have one. So we still have this one here too, but I did sell that dump body for it that I was going to use for the potato truck, because in my tests it was simply too tall. It was way up here by the headache rack on that one, and the digger couldn't go that high. So I got that truck, And yeah, that's really about it. So we need to get cutting hay, and I think we're gonna do that today. And then we're gonna get over here to this potato field and start digging some taters. I'm gonna go get on the swather here, and we're gonna start cutting that field over there. We really need to get this alfalfa. I'm hoping maybe potentially getting another cutting before winter. That would be great. We're just gonna head over here to the field. Start cutting it up. We're off like a herd of turtles. Well, I just went around once, and my wife was standing here on the corner, and she said she wanted to come run the swather if I could start getting the stuff ready for potato harvest. You know, this is a big moment for me. This is my first harvest without my grandfather, and I'm a little stressed. So I'm grateful that she has stepped up in such a big way. Well, she said it's just cutting hay. She likes driving around the swather, and it's fun for her. So I'm gonna let her do it, and we're gonna get everything set up and ready for potato harvest, and hopefully take a little bit of stress off of me. So that's really great. I really do appreciate that. So she's gonna spend the day running that swather, and we're gonna start getting ready here. And the first thing we need to do is set up the cellar and get it ready for the potato trucks that we're going to be bringing in. We're going to get the little tractor here. Bring it over. We got to move the belts out. Oh, where am I at here? This is where we store the potatoes. So a quick rundown of these belts. And these are actually very similar to the ones we had on the farm. Though I do believe these are a different name brand. Yeah, this is that Grimm company. Ours was a company called Sputnik. And they were still red like this. And very, very, very similar. I'm quite impressed with how they modeled it. There's a lot of missing parts, I would say. but it's still really, really awesome. So the way this works is that the potato truck would back up to this and would offload into this thing. This seems really wide to me, but it's still it looks the exact same, and it would be classified kind of by size and stuff, and it would go to the sorting table, and all the trash and stuff would be picked out of it, and yeah, so all these little rollers and stuff would be spaced apart. You can look up in there. I can't see up in there, but you can look up in there, and like all the rollers are spaced apart, and then it would just classify as to what was trash, and then that sort of thing. And then that would get dumped onto a conveyor belt that would be able to move, and that would be connected to our stacker. And this is our stacker here that would pile it up inside of here. And this is my grandpa's job. He loved the belts. He loved the conveyors. He loved to like get it all set up, and is like a giant puzzle piece for him, and get it all working right and everything. And this piece here, this is for when we load out of this bin. And this is the end game one, and it's not correct. I would say it's close. Ours was a self-propelled one that you sat on a seat next to it. You'd sit like right here, and you would drive it, and it had a long extendable belt on it, and you would drive it into the stack and load out. So we're gonna get this all out of here, and we're gonna leave the super stacker in here. We're gonna pull this out first. We'll pull that out. We'll get the super stacker set up. We'll pull this out, and yeah, we'll have the the unload bin. That's what we call it, the unload bin, out here somewhere. So, all right, let's get to work in here. Trying to get it right in the middle. I really want this stacker to be right in the middle because it moves kind of in an arc. We can move it around with the hydraulic controls while we're stacking potatoes. And if it's right in the middle, then we can stack it a little bit easier. I think that's a pretty good spot. All right, so this guy here we need to get hooked up to. Well, we can leave it there. Honestly, that's not really hurting anything to be in the way there. All right. I believe these are kind of self-propelled here a little bit. We'll start the engine. Raise it up. We don't want to raise it up too much because we don't want the potatoes to fall a big distance. And we need to extend it. Oh, come on. I don't want... Ah. There. That is such a slow... Like I'm dragging my mouse across the desk here. Yeah, that looks about right. But I got a feeling, since this is just a shed and it's not really meant to support anything, we're going to be placing potatoes on the ground. It's going to punch through this wall. So we're going to actually back that up. Usually we would have it about like this, maybe down a little bit. We don't want the potatoes to fall. They get bruised and get broken, and that's not good. So we're going to pull this in just a little bit like so. All right. Then let's see, we got our F1 menu up. We don't want a 50-degree angle. Let's change that down to like a 10-degree angle, I'm thinking. And we're going to unload it here. Sure. And that should be good. Oh, we should probably unfold it. There we go. Now it should work. All right, should, being the word of the day there. All right, so we can't get a potato truck to back up directly to this. We wouldn't want that anyway, right? Because they have to be sorted and classified and all that fun stuff. So let's use this. We're going to... Let's see. Oh, I gotta start the engine. I'm gonna get it in the position here. Now, I think I got the stacker pushed in there a little too far, honestly. But that's okay. So... Can we raise it up? Yeah, I'm looking at that hitch up there. We do want these to hitch up. Okay, it's not wanting to hitch. Do I have to do it from the other one? That is like, look at that. That is like perfect. So, yeah, there we go. Yeah, hitched. All right, perfect. Well, we're almost there. Let's see. Okay, that's that. Use my mouse here to move things around. I need to make it come in and out. Let's see here. We're going to hook it up. There we go. And then we come into this one, which is the same one. G. Select the actual implement we want to use here. Okay. That's up and down. Right mouse button. There we go. That's what I wanted. Sorry if you can hear my mouse dragging across my desk. All right. So, yeah, we can be straight. That's fine. Maybe. We might need to put it at a little bit of an angle. Is this thing offloads in one direction. And I believe... Yeah, the potatoes are going to come off of this belt here. And these belts are going the wrong way. These ones should be going the other way, to other conveyors. Because this one is like for really small potatoes, and they're going to be like trash. And we'd have a truck sitting over here, like our wagon sitting over here, our little dump wagon thing that we had. And I think this one, maybe it did go this way. I don't remember now. it was all really kind of confusing. And like I said, my grandfather, he was great at setting these things up. So actually, we're gonna move this. Whoa. Yeah, we're like this. There we go. And then I don't think this one drives itself. We need to use the little tractor to move it. Get rid of this so I can see. Now I think... Get out and look here. That might work. I'm a little bit far away. I'd like to be kind of underneath it a little bit more, I think. We'll pull forward. We'll back up. Kind of like that. Yeah, that should work just fine for us. Okay. And nope. We want to leave that down. There we go. Push wrong button. That should be that. I'm going to leave the little tractor here just in case we need to move something around. I'm going to park it over here. Out of the way. Perfect. So we'll bring the truck in from the field this way. Kind of drive up this way. We'll back up to here. We'll start offloading. And we'll start stacking it in here as the truck unloads. Alright. Now, did I screw up our ability to get this out? No. Okay, perfect. I think the next thing we need to do is get the potato truck over by the field. So we'll come into here. We'll drive out the front here. Let's leave these doors open. This is a pretty nice truck. Go to the cab view here. You can see the cab view is nice. It's not too bad. This is super steep. I'm going to try and be very careful here. Gonna roll back our cover. Alright, we'll just leave it parked there for now. Kind of out of the way. We're going to go get in the new tractor. And we'll hook up to the digger. Get it greased up. And we should be ready to start digging potatoes. Alright, let's pull this thing out. Hopefully we can get it out without hurting anything. Whoa! Not like that. Uh-oh. Let's go a little bit more forward then. There we go. Make that tight turn. Perfect. Alright. This thing does not like to follow behind very well. Okay, so I see that the offload belt is on the left side of the tractor, which is weird. The diggers sit to the right side of the tractor, which again, to me, is weird. The diggers should be... we're going to unfold it right here, by the way. The diggers should be like underneath the tractor. And yeah. So you also might be wondering, why don't we need to remove the tops? Well, that's not really a thing, and I believe we can harvest just fine without removing the tops. The way it works in real life, with the potato plant, let's just get out here really quick. Yeah, let me get out. Is the vines on top, they'll start to wither and kind of die a little bit, and that's when they're putting all the plant matter is putting all the energy and stuff into the tuber, the potato in the ground, and that's a good thing. And so the vines all kind of lay down and stuff, and we don't really do anything with them. We just dig them, and the vines kind of pop off the potatoes when they get dug up. And we get some vines coming through, but that gets sorted and out the back mostly. And then we have sorting done at the conveyors as well. So it's not that big of a deal. I didn't know that topping the potato plants was a thing until I started playing Farming Simulator. So yeah, we're just gonna dig just like this because yeah, that's what I know. So, and it should work just fine. Well, this is a 2-row, so I believe if we just put our tires right there, it should work just fine. We'll go ahead and fire up the digger. We'll lower down that part, and we'll start going. We are digging spuds. Oh, yeah, alright. I I suddenly realized that we have power lines here that would be kind of in the way. Realistically, realistically, the digger is underneath the tractor. It's not off to the side like this for the diggers that we had. So I know that there's a lot of new technology out there nowadays that's really super cool, but we don't have that. This is simulating a really old digger. All right, let's see if we can make this corner. I don't know if we can or not. Whoa, bonk. Okay, back up a little bit. Nope. There we go. We might end up missing some potatoes there on the edge. The other thing that it's a little bit different about this style versus what I had on the farm is that you couldn't store the potatoes. Oh, I hit the fence. Gosh, dang it. That's gonna be a costly repair. Hopefully the new baby sheep don't get out. There's no way to store the potatoes on the digger itself. If the digger was working, there had to be a truck underneath the belt to load into. And I said, my job was usually driving the tractor, pulling the digger. My stepdad's job was to drive the truck underneath the digger, and my grandpa's job was to offload the truck. And we had some workers, usually migrant workers, that were there helping to sort things and kind of just helping my grandpa offload the trucks and that sort of thing. And there was a lot of downtime because we only had the one truck and the one digger. So I'd have to wait sometimes, a good while for the truck to come back, my stepdad and the truck to come back. Row by row, we'll get this field done. We had no way of measuring on the fly our yield. We could just tell like how fast the truck is filling up or how big the potatoes are. The potatoes are nice and big, and we know it's going to be a good harvest. Well, we'd be out there in the field checking them, digging them up quite a bit. You can dig up a potato as long as you don't break off the vine, and you can plant it right back, and it won't harm the potato at all. But this says that we're doing 108% yield, which is, I think anything over 100 is real good, right? So, Well, let's keep going around here until we get enough space to go back and forth. Actually, no, we can't because the digger is off to one side. We don't want to be driving over the crop. So we're just going to go around, I guess. Might be able to work a break or go up the middle of the field and just keep going like that. Maybe we could do that instead of going around. We're getting pretty close to being full here. Oh, there we go. We just stopped digging. Back up a little bit. Wait for those last little bit of potatoes to get in there. Perfect. Then we'll lift that whole thing up. That is so weird to me. I'll run and go get in the potato truck. Pull up underneath it. And I have no idea if this truck can hold all of this. I probably will. There we go. Yeah, we got about half, so we can fit about two. We'll just leave the truck right here. Fit about 2 combine or diggers worth of potatoes in there. Let's see. I don't think I can turn it on. Which I could. Let's see. Maybe I can. Yeah, lower the bunker first. So, oh. I need to back up. There we go. We'll lower the bunker. Now we can turn it on. Lower the digger head. Keep going. And you wouldn't want to turn like that either. That's how you break things. It's one of those things. Oh, look at a little sheep out there running around, prancing around. That's awesome. Yeah, yield's looking pretty good. Except we're in that area that got all the good fertilizer. The area that I'm dreading is in the middle. Which we might take a pass or two up the middle here pretty soon to start harvesting. All right. There is our second. We'll back up a little bit for those potatoes to run out. There we go. We'll pick that up. Walk back to the potato truck here. hopefully get filled up here. Should. See my wife down there. It looks like she's about to the end of that field. She's doing real good. All right, we are full. Whoa, tree. Get right into it there. We'll offload. Okay. Why can't we offload? What? Okay, here we go. It's offloading. Here comes the potatoes. And I should start stacking it right here. It stopped. Our belt is full. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Unload here. Oh, we gotta start the engine. There we go. And we are going. I'm not sure if this swings automatically or if I have to do it. You have to do it in real life. It doesn't do it automatically. But since I told it what angle to go, I was thinking maybe... See the truck over there going up and down? It's unusual. Okay. Since I'm not seeing it go... I think, is it this one? This one? Oh. Oh, that's up and down. How do I go left and right? I want it to pivot. I want it to go left and right and fill up this thing. It says change angle. Oh, we got more potatoes. Okay. Just don't know how to make it, how to turn it. That's up and down. Huh. Interesting. Alright, is this truck empty? Whoa! Oh, I see what's going on here. I was moving that. Didn't realize I was moving that. Oh, okay. Ah! That's my fault. Now I can't see if I'm under that or not. I don't want to be controlling that part. I had that part set. Looks like that'll work. Well, maybe not. Come back just a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Well, maybe it was a control group thing, but I'm pushing the button and nothing's happening, so... Alright, well, let's try to keep it in the middle then, I guess. Not sure what else to do. Make sure that they're not coming out of that wall. I think we'll be okay. We empty? Yes, we are empty. Let's go check, make sure they're not coming out of the back wall. And if they are, it's not the end of the world. It just kind of look weird. Yeah, see? They're coming out the back wall. That's okay. We'll just try to keep the potatoes, like, back away from that wall. Yeah. Well, let's go drive by the wife and see if she needs anything. It looks like she just finished. She's getting ready to move over to that the next field, which is great. Yeah. Good job, honey. Good luck. All right. You just started cutting the second field. We're gonna keep digging potatoes. Yeah, I just kind of screwed up here. Try and turn around. There we go. Pull up here like so. Shut it off. I think I left the tractor running. I did. Alright. Oh, I need to lower the bunker. Oh, we didn't get all the potatoes out. That's alright. We're almost empty. And we'll just keep trucking. Looks like we're out in the middle now, and the yield, I believe, is really falling off. We're at 66%, which is not that great. We were up to around 120. The edge here should pick up a little bit, but the tons per acre have also fell off. So that's not great, but we kind of expected that. We'll do it definitely better with our potato crop next year, which I think is going to be a little bigger given the field that we're going to be putting it into. I don't think we're going to be doing this field for potatoes again. We need to rotate. So it might be the field across the road there. This is going to go back into alfalfa. It's a small field for alfalfa, but it works. So yeah, we're down to 66%. Yeah, we need to keep rotation. Rotation is very important. Alfalfa puts a lot of nitrogen in the ground, and we want to get plants that you grow crops that will use that nitrogen. And otherwise, it doesn't work very well. There's too much nitrogen in the field, and nothing will grow. Well, I can't say nothing, but so yeah, we rotate, and it depends on what we really want to grow. We grow a lot of potatoes. We grow a lot of corn, beans, and alfalfa. And alfalfa was always our cash crop. That's what we called our cash crop, even though everything was a cash crop. The alfalfa seemed to pay the bills. And price of potatoes was always really good, but we never seemed to really grow enough of them. So we didn't really put that much investment into our potato crops. Corn, again, corn didn't pay very well, but it was more of a need to grow corn for the health of the field. And then beans was kind of the same way. We grew pinto beans and just pinto beans? Yeah, I think it was just pinto beans. We did garbanzo beans once, and we swore we'd never do that again. Those beans are so dirty. You have to pick them off the ground. So it is a pain in the butt. It looks like we're about full again. Yep, there we go. We are full. Alright, so we'll lift that up. Should have waited for those potatoes to finish. We're going to shut off the tractor this time. We'll go get the truck. I was thinking about running the digger over here and doing it that way. But then we have to take the truck into the cellar anyway. Alright. Oh, I wonder if it's because I shut off the tractor. Like I'm not hitting the trigger or something. I think I shut off the tractor and that's why I'm not getting unloaded here. That requires PTO power. Yeah, there we go. Alright, well it's fine. It's a diesel engine. We can just leave it run. I'll get full up here. It's not going to take everything out of the digger. Yeah. Oh, go forward. Thank you. Boom. Hit it too hard. We would actually put a board down right here. We would just back up to the wood tires, hit the board, and that was like the perfect spot. So looks like we're doing good. Should start to see those come out pretty soon. There we go. We watch that pile get a little bigger. Pull it back a little bit. I don't want it to get too far outside that wall. I believe it is, yeah, this one here. There we go. Yeah, we need to do a little bit more reconfiguring here. Got to pull this one in a little bit and bring the stacker out here and have it reach in. Alright, I think that is it. Well, with this yield being as bad as it is, we might actually get it all in here. If not, it won't be very much more. The truck has already got one load in it, so it won't hold 2 full loads. I think we're gonna have like 1.5 truckloads out of here, or so. You know, 1 and a little more. We are coming down to the last little bit of the field. The yield is pretty bad. But it is what it is. You can complain all you want. That'll only get you some tears. That's about it. It's getting harder to turn around. These are getting pretty close together. It's going back and forth, up and down. Just texted the wife and she's doing really well. She said she's almost done. She is just working that swather. I think she's probably driving a little fast. It's 11 o'clock in the morning, and she's already swathed two of our largest fields, which is crazy to me. So, but we'll get this done. I'm very happy that she has offered to cut that hay. Oh, come on, turn, turn, turn. I swung out trying to go a little bit wider so I don't have to back up, but about jammed up the drawbar there. So anyway, yeah, I'm kind of stress free at this point. You know, we got this done in pretty good time, all by myself. I was running I'm running the digger and the truck, the conveyor, doing all the sorting, everything all by myself. So fortunately, it's a really close field and it's not very big. Otherwise, this would have taken weeks to do. So yeah, it looks like we're almost full. In fact, we're just gonna swing over to the truck after this row. We'll offload. Whoa! Almost like trying to run downhill. Alright, offloading. Here comes the potatoes. I want to try something here. Oh, not that one. This one here. I want to try something here. Yeah, okay, so it's forward and back. That moves the stacker side to side. I was thinking about that as like the wheels have turned, so maybe if we go forward and back, that'll be better. That's exactly what it is, so that's fantastic. We'll stack up some over here. We'll put some on the other side too. We can obviously go higher, but I think we won't have to move this setup until we break it down, put it away. Alright, this should be our last pass. Finally. Not a big field. It was kind of fun. Just taking little bites. Digger's working out real well. Tractor's pulling it just fine. Everything seems to be good, except for the yield. Wish we got, you know, a lot more potatoes for the amount of work we put into them. Hopefully we can fetch a good price. That should be it. Yep, perfect. Pick up. We'll turn off the digger. We'll raise up. Drive over here to the truck. We'll offload it, and we'll go offload this truck. And I just saw the wife go and get fuel with a swather. So I'm thinking that she's got to be getting pretty close to being done. All right, there we go. Shut off the tractor. We'll leave it here for now. Hop in the truck here and go offload these potatoes. Now, usually, we would put a couple of loads into a different cellar, and those would be our seed potatoes. But I think we have enough seed potatoes stored up already. We don't need to worry about it. Alright, we'll get those offloaded. Get them stacked up in here. Everything's running perfectly. Love it. I'm not going to get to it in time. Wanted to fill in that little bit right there in the middle. Make it look like a good pile. Oh, it turned out okay. That's alright. Right on. Okay, we'll shut off the truck. I'll just leave it here for now. Let's go out and check on the wife. See how she is doing. Oh, she is almost done. Look at that. Yep. Almost done. Like 4, maybe 5 more passes. And she's done. Well, I think that's going to do it for this episode. Again, another kind of short episode, but we got a lot done. We got all this hay cut, pretty much. I'm going to let her finish up. She did say that she wanted to take the rest of the day off and go get her nails done in town. So we'll let her do that. She can take the truck here. I'll take over swathing. And, yeah, we'll just call it good there. We'll get all the potato harvesting stuff picked up tomorrow and cleaned up. And we'll be ready for corn and raking this and baling it, getting it stacked up. So I better go stop her so she can go get her nails done. And you guys have a good day. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.